Hey everyone, it's Bryan Devore with the Devore Realty Group, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, California Properties. Last week on Monday, when I did my Monday Market Moment, I said I might not get to do it this week because I just got back from the Grand Canyon, but I figured I had a little bit of time to do it today, so let's get it done. So let's talk about the latest stats. We'll talk about haunted houses. Are you interested in one? How many people actually would want to buy one? Might be surprised by that. And we'll talk a little bit about my Grand Canyon trip. But first, let's talk about the totals. Right now, there's 2,735 homes for sale in San Diego County. Huge drop, 239 fewer than a week before. Pending sales, 3,904. That's down also, but slightly, 19 from last week, which means the months of inventory is only 0.70. That's down 0.06% from last week. So we're seeing a drop in the months of inventory. In the last week, we saw 719 homes come on the market. That's down 135 from last week. Inventory is dropping. Maybe seasonality. This is the time of year where typically we do see fewer homes coming on the market. New pendings, however, were up 56 from last week, 742. So again, we're now, as we were in the springtime, we're seeing more homes going into escrow than coming on the market. We'll have to see if that continues. New pendings listed within the last week, 59. That's 8% of the total. New pendings listed within the last 2 weeks, 392. I put 503. I don't know why. It's actually 53%, which was up from 48%. So homes are selling faster than they were in the previous week or two. New closed sales, 620. That's up 28 from last week. Median list price down quite a bit, 714.9. That's down 50,100 from last week. Also, median sales price is 727.5. That's down 47,500 from last week. I'm sure it's a blip. It's likely just because of the mix of homes that sold. We'll see what happens next week. I don't think we'll see this number again. It should jump up. And again, I think it's just an anomaly based on the mix of homes that sold. And again, that's why we don't look at everything on a week-by-week basis. When it comes to pricing trends and so forth, we have to see a larger period of time. But average days on market, I'm going to start putting this in now just so we can see, was 18. So we'll track and see what the average days on market is for the closed sales in each subsequent week. But we can see in the last week, homes sold in 18 days on average. All right, here's a chart that shows new actives, new pendings, and new solds, and we can see quite a drop in the number of new actives, new pendings up, and new sales up as well. And then pricing, the big drop again compared to where we have been, but we'll have to see what next week looks like to see if we're in a trend or what's going on. Okay, a couple articles in the Constant Contact email that you'll find. Starting a family, check these cities first. What are the best cities to start a family in? The survey was done with the following criteria. They took median family income, median monthly housing costs for homes with a mortgage, home ownership rate among families with at least one child, unemployment rate for 25 to 44-year-olds, percentage of 16 to 19-year-olds not enrolled in school, who don't have a high school diploma or an equivalent degree, average round trip commute, and percentage of households with children. So the number one city to start a family in, Salt Lake City, Utah. So before you question why Salt Lake City, Utah, well, you want to dive into the criteria, take a look at the article and you can see everything they put into it and the other cities that are also good to start a family in. You should check it out. Pretty interesting information. And also, how much home buyers know about home buying. This is where the haunted house comes in. So in the survey that these people did, they wanted to compare home buying versus other things. When compared to buying a new home, consumers are more afraid of snakes, heights, and having a tooth pulled by 22%, 25%, and 26% going backwards. So this is kind of interesting stats. When considering buying a home, deciding on a price point and identifying the right time make consumers the most anxious. When submitting an offer, nearly half of buyers feel anxious about knowing the right offer amount or entering a bidding war. And I can totally relate to that with the clients that I work with who do feel anxious about those things. We try to arm them with as much information as possible, but it's hard to really overcome some of those fears. More than a third of buyers would say they would purchase a haunted house if it costs 25% less than a similar house that is not haunted. So over a third of people would buy a haunted house if it was at least 25% cheaper than a similar house that wasn't haunted. I don't think I would be in that category of the 36%. More than a third of buyers say they would rather live in a house by a highway than in a haunted house. Now that I would sign up for. All right, Grand Canyon, I was just there last week. Here's just two pictures of the trip. The one on the left was right before we went from the north rim down to the south rim. That was about 5:30 a.m. That's me with the mask all over my face, second from the left. And that's just a few of the people that were in the group. We had 4 others coming after that. I'm sorry, 3 others coming after that. And then this is the day before. We were just kind of relaxing, playing some cards and getting ready for the day ahead. That's me in the black shirt right here, teaching the others how to play a game of hearts. It was a great trip. It was a lot of fun. My legs are still sore. I'm still recovering, but it's all part of the adventure. So I had a great time. That's it for this week's Monday Market Moment. If you have any questions about this week's report, about haunted houses, my trip, whatever, feel free to give me a call, send me an email. Happy to answer any questions you might have. Hope you stay safe. Have a great week, and I look forward to seeing you next week, the next Monday Market Moment. Have a great day.